In the grand theater of existence, where time unfolds like an eternal script, humanity has long grappled with a profound question. Has the future already happened? This inquiry strikes at the heart of our understanding of reality, blending physics, philosophy, and the human condition. Imagine a universe where every moment past, present, and future coexists in a static, unchanging block, much like frames in a film reel. Our perception of time's flow would then be an illusion, a mere artifact of consciousness moving through this timeless structure. This concept, known as the block universe or eternalism, suggests that the future is as fixed and real as the past, predetermined by the laws of physics. Yet, it clashes with our intuitive sense of free will and the openness of tomorrow. This documentary delves into the scientific theories, historical debates, and philosophical quandaries surrounding this idea, exploring whether the cosmos is a predetermined tapestry or a canvas still being painted. The roots of this question trace back to ancient philosophy, where thinkers like Parmenides argued for a timeless reality, positing that change and becoming are illusions. Fast forward to the 19th and 20th centuries, and the debate intensified with the advent of modern physics. Hermann Minkowski, building on Einstein's special relativity in 1908, introduced the concept of space-time as a four-dimensional continuum, where time is just another dimension akin to space. In this framework, events don't happen sequentially. They simply are, scattered across a vast, unchanging landscape. Eternalism, the philosophical counterpart, asserts that all points in time yesterday's regrets, today's choices, and tomorrow's outcomes are equally existent. This view, often called the block time or block universe theory, gained traction as it aligned with relativity's implications, challenging the traditional presentism that holds only the now as real. Einstein's theory of special relativity provides compelling evidence for this eternalist perspective. According to relativity, simultaneity is relative. What one observer perceives as now can include events that another sees as past or future. This relativity of simultaneity implies that there is no universal present slicing through space-time. Instead, all events coexist in a block where the distinction between past, present, and future is observer-dependent. For instance, for a photon traveling at light speed, time dilation means it experiences no passage of time. Its entire journey is instantaneous, blurring the lines of temporal sequence. Proponents argue that if the laws of physics are time-symmetric, treating forward and backward time equally, then the future must be as determined as the past. Einstein himself reportedly embraced this view, famously consoling a friend's widow by saying the distinction between past, present, and future is a stubbornly persistent illusion. Delving deeper into general relativity, Einstein's masterpiece from 1915, the block universe, finds even stronger footing. Here, gravity warps spacetime, and the geometry of the universe dictates the paths of objects through time. In a deterministic cosmos governed by these equations, knowing the state of the universe at any slice allows in principle the prediction of all future states. This echoes the Laplacian demon of classical mechanics, a hypothetical intellect that could foresee everything from initial conditions. Recent analyses, including a 2023 paper, reinforced that relativity supports eternalism by refuting presentism. If only the present exists, how can distant observers disagree on what constitutes now without contradiction? The block universe resolves this by making all times ontologically equal. However, quantum mechanics introduces turbulence into this serene block. At the subatomic scale, uncertainty reigns. Heisenberg's principle dictates that we cannot precisely know both position and momentum, injecting indeterminacy into the fabric of reality. Quantum events, like radioactive decay, appear probabilistic rather than predetermined, suggesting the future is not fixed but branches into multiple possibilities. The many worlds interpretation, proposed by Hugh Everett, posits that all outcomes occur in parallel universes, preserving determinism at the multiverse level, but allowing for apparent randomness in ours. Yet, this doesn't fully dismantle eternalism. Some theorists argue that even quantum superpositions exist within a timeless block, where all possibilities are realized simultaneously. A 2023 Nature article explores how quantum mechanics might imply a preordained universe if we consider the wave function S evolution as deterministic, challenging the notion of true randomness. The quest to unify quantum mechanics with general relativity quantum gravity could tip the scales. Theories like loop quantum gravity or string theory aim to reconcile these realms, potentially revealing whether time is emergent or fundamental. A 2025 paper from Live Science suggests that re-envisioning Einstein as equations in quantum terms might lead to a theory of everything, where the future is encoded in the quantum geometry of space-time. Intriguingly, some models propose retrocausality, where future events influence the past, further blurring temporal boundaries. Experiments probing quantum gravity, such as those hunting for gravitons or testing entanglement at cosmic scales, could provide evidence. As of 2025, while no definitive unification exists, emerging ideas hint that the block universe might persist even in a quantum world. Philosophically, eternalism ignites fierce debates over free will and determinism. If the future already exists, are our choices illusions? Determinism posits that every event, including decisions, stems from prior causes, leaving no room for genuine alternatives. In the block universe, actions are fixed points, not malleable paths. Nietzsche's eternal recurrence, which imagines life repeating infinitely, finds a modern echo here, questioning whether a predetermined existence diminishes meaning. Yet, compatibilists argue that free will is compatible with determinism. We act freely if our choices align with our desires, even if those desires are caused. A 2022 MIT Press article critiques the classical argument against free will, suggesting it fails by assuming determinism precludes responsibility, when in fact, predictability might enhance moral agency. Counter-arguments abound, defending an open future. Presentism asserts that only the present is real, with the future undetermined and the past non-existent, except in memory. The growing block theory offers a middle ground. The past and present accumulate, but the future remains unwritten. Quantum indeterminacy bolsters these views, as probabilistic outcomes suggest true chance. Philosophers like William James championed indeterminism, arguing that a deterministic world stifles creativity and ethics. Empirical studies, such as those showing belief in free will boost prosocial behavior, imply that rejecting it could have societal costs. A 2021 Guardian piece explores how denying free will might lead to fatalism, while incompatibilists maintain that true freedom requires breaking causal chains. Neuroscience adds another layer, with experiments like Benjamin Libet's showing brain activity precedes conscious decisions, hinting at predetermination. However, critics argue this doesn't negate free will, as consciousness might veto impulses. In 2023, Vice reported on scientists exploring retrocausality in quantum systems, where future measurements affect past states, suggesting the future could influence the present. This backward causation challenges strict determinism, opening doors to a participatory universe. As debates rage on forums and in academia, the consensus leans toward compatibilism among philosophers, with surveys indicating most believe free will survive determinism. Ultimately, whether the future has already happened remains an open enigma, poised at the intersection of science and soul. Eternalism offers an elegant, unified cosmos, but at the potential cost of agency. Alternatives preserve intuition, but struggle with relativity's evidence. As we advance toward quantum gravity experiments and deeper philosophical inquiries, perhaps we'll glimpse the true nature of time. In this cosmic puzzle, one truth endures. Questioning the future shapes how we live in the present, reminding us that even in a block universe, The illusion of choice might be our greatest gift.